Okay. So just tell me whether the screen is visible to you. Okay. I think it's visible, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So we have already discussed input and output devices uh, in the component of computer heading. So today we'll discuss central processing unit that we call CPU. Now CPU is known as brain of the computer. Why brain of your computer? What brain does in your physical body? You can say what brain does.
Nervous system, ma'am, in brain.
Anyone?
All processing, all processing of information will processed on the brain only. Right?
Yes,
Everything is controlled by brain only, ma'am.
yes, yes, yes. So you
Sympathetic,
can,
parasympathetic, whatever we call it.
yes, whether it is related to all the functioning of all the parts, all the organs of your body, or your thinking, or analysis, judging. All right. So the brain take helps of various sense organs and then process it, and accordingly the system gives you order, or you can say command to work accordingly. So the same way the CPU works for the computer. Without CPU, all the components, all the things are useless. You can say you can't do anything without this processing unit. So it is a hardware device that processes all the operations. Processes means it create, you can use, you can manipulate, you can store the data, and this is actually a microprocessor. You can say the microprocessor that controls the execution of all the programs or instructions or command. You can say, and this CPU is a programmable device. Like you can increase or you can change some circuitry, and to enhance the functioning of your computer. But ICs are like typical permanent blocks. You can say you can't change anything in the ICs. IC also contain some circuitry, some combination of gates or switches like transistors and diodes, and so many circuitries there. But you can't change. If you want to, some change, so you have to change the whole IC, that is the integrated circuit. So all the operations, you can say the arithmetic operations. Now arithmetic operations means some mathematical portion, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So basically, because all the computers are digital devices, they work on the combination of digits. Digits more correctly, bits. Bits means two digits only, 0 and 1. So all the commands are in the form of zeros and ones. So whether it is, if the signal is there or absent, so that's why you can say you need a switching device, right? Similarly, you can relate it to the switchboard we are having in our home or anywhere, to switch on the light or switch off the light, or you can say the flow of current, or uh, uh, absence of current. That means you are breaking the circuit. So same operation done by the transistors and diodes in a ICs or in a processing unit, you can say. So all basically the computer works on logic, means whether it is present, whether this is happening or not happening. So it's a combination of a flow chart, you can say. So we are not going into much deep, but all the mathematical operations or logical operations, whether something is present or something is absent, so like the computer makes the decision accordingly. So the all the things is done by this unit, which we call central processing unit. Now, central processing unit, all the major calculations or operations or comparisons, all are done inside the CPU. So it is responsible for handling all the operations, as well as it controls all the input and all the output devices, right? So it there should be a proper link or proper coordination, or you can say proper uh, connection between the input devices and the output devices. Then only you can ask computer to do certain operations and display on a certain output device. Then only the coordination can be made. So first we'll see this is the memory part. Okay, there is a block diagram I want to see, but okay, it's nothing more important. So you can just imagine a block diagram where one block is, it is for input device, and then the input device, the arrow goes to another block, which is CPU, that is central processing unit, and then this arrow goes to another block, which is output device. So the in the center, in between input and output device, there is a block which is CPU. Now this CPU contains three units. All right, arithmetic and logic unit, and memory unit. And for controlling these two, ALU and CPU, we have control unit. So three blocks. In a large block, we have three blocks: ALU, CPU, ALU and MU, that is the memory unit, and to control this CU, that is the control unit. Okay, this CPU is, you can say, both way. This is the uh, block, or you can say a component of a CPU. Now, control unit, it controls the various activities and operations within the computer. So it is responsible for controlling input output devices, memory circuitry or memory components, and other all devices also connected to the CPU. So control unit, you can say, it acts as a supervisor. It checks whether the things are running properly, or whatever it is required by the CPU to, to process the data. So it determines the sequence in which the computer programs and instructions are to be executed. Now let's see first arithmetic and logic unit. Basically, it performs, the various calculation or mathematical operations like addition, subtraction, division, multiplication. Now, how it works, it's very, not easily understood by a common people like us. It's it's a much deeper into this, which engineer or some people who are in the field of computer, they can understand how the addition is done, how subtraction is done. So it's not the part of our you can say subject here in UGC NET. So the arithmetic, just you remember, arithmetic unit controls the mathematical operations, and logical unit controls the logical operations. Logical operations means and or, if this is happening, this and this is happening, or you can say A or B or is there. So there are certain flow charts which has different sections, okay, which to be combined and which to be ignored. So these operations are done by ALU. All right, equal, whether the two quantities are equal or they are added or they are subtracted, or this option, A option is true, or B is and B is true, both are true, or you can say A, either A or B, which one is true. So, or some two quantities, which one is greater, which one is less. So, all logical operations are done by ALU unit. And apart from this, it again compares the different quantities. It selects one of the most appropriate quantity. It matches the different quantities, and it also merges the data or the quantities, whichever wherever it is desired. So this is the function of EAD. And then memory unit. Memory unit is again a very essential part and important part, you can say, which is used to store data and instructions before and after processing. All right, because some of the instructions are inbuilt in the computer itself, to perform the simple operations. Because for each and everything, computer needs set of instructions, whether they are inbuilt or they are provided externally. So for storing such type of software or instructions, inbuilt instructions given by the company who manufactured your system, so it has stored in some unit that is called the memory unit. Now, this memory unit transmits the information to other units of computer system when it is required. So, computer memory refers to different types of data storage technologies. Now, in different ways, these data are stored. Now, whatever functioning is done, like you are using your mobile at present, or I'm using my laptop, so there are various, things, various, you can say, programming or processing is parallelly done by the computer system, or you can say the memory system. Memory unit is involved. ALU is involved. There is a proper combination of whatever I am putting it, and you are getting it. The display device and everything is involved. So many processing is, functioning is parallelly going on within the system. So a computer system, we all know it's a made of, combination of various types of memories are there. We'll see, it is an important topic, the computer memory or a memory unit. So because it holds, important place, and it holds or stores the data or instructions, which a computer needs for processing the various data. So inbuilt data is stored, and whatever function we want from the computer to be done, so accordingly, the CPU wants some, set of instructions, inbuilt instructions. So this memory unit provides that, quickly. So as fast as your memory system is, memory unit is, more fast your computer, or more fast your the functioning of the computer is. All right. So computer memory is a collection of storage unit that stores the binary information in bits, and memory block is split into smaller components, or you can say cells, and each cell has a unique address for storing data in a memory. So whatever it is required by CPU, it is provided by those memory units, because the memory unit has a particular address to store the data. Which data is stored at which place, that unit knows. So let's have a look of the classification of a computer memory, how they are classified. It is important. All right. Basically, we have divided, or you can say classified, the memory into two categories: primary memory and secondary memory. Now, generally, primary memory is called internal memory, and secondary memory is called external memory. Internal memory is inbuilt in the computer system by the manufacturer, and secondary memory is something which a user wants to put in or take out some important data, store at some other place, and take it out, and you are able to like see at other system or in the projector or somewhere else. You can use it. So it depends on the computer, sorry, user, which secondary memory they want to like. And primary memories, which are the internal memory, inbuilt memory, they are of two types: RAM and ROM. All right, random access memory and read only memory. There are two types. And RAM, it is again classified, divided into two: SRAM and DRAM. S stands for static, D stands for dynamic. We'll see some more about all these memories. So
Ma'am,
just, yes,
ma'am, in this one, catchy is ROM only,
cache
ma'am. Catchy memory.
memory. It is,
ROM only, RAM.
yes.
Which one, ma'am? RAM
It,
or ROM?
we'll see later.
Okay.
I'll give you all the information. But basically, you just actually cache memory is a part of internal memory. It is in between. It just to make it more faster. So some memory is there which has the connection between the CPU and all the systems. So it provides the set of instructions very easily to the CPU. So
Okay.
ROM is of three types: PROM, EPROM, EEPROM. P stands for programmable. All right. Generally, ROM memories are permanent memories, but through some process, you can change. You can read and write some instructions, but it needs some process, special process, which a common user cannot do. So that's why it is called the permanent memory. PROM means programmable ROM. EP is erasable programmable ROM, and EEP is electrically erasable programmable ROM. So, and secondary memories, you are familiar with so many memories here, which are given. You must have seen those memories also. So they are of three types here. Sometimes it is two types, just a magnetic and storage, optical. And flash memories are also one of the types. In some books it is given, in some books it's not given. So magnetic storage means some magnetic material coating was there in such devices. HDD, that is the hard disk drive, floppy disk, and magnetic tape. These are the magnetic storage. Some magnetic material over it. There is a pointer which stores the data. Earlier, you have seen some, record player was there, large LP was there, and a system through a pointer you can see, you can listen the music. That is the LP, which we call earlier days. Now it is not available. And before this hard disk drive, floppy disks were there. Floppy disks, they are smaller disk type material, some rectangular. We'll see later. And then optical storage where the some radiation or laser beams are used to you can say permanently fix the data on permanent, or it may be erasable on a disk, circular disk, compact disk we call, and digital video disk or drive. And then flash storage, where pen drives and memory card, various memory cards, we can enhance the memory of our system. And pen drive, through use of the pen drive, we can put some information into our system, or we can take out some information in audio form, in video form, in any form. So like that, this is the classification of the memory system. All right. So first we'll see primary memory. So here it is written, right? Primary memory, secondary cache memory, and registers. Registers are also a storing device, you can say, or component, more correctly, component, and it stores a less amount of data. And these memories are basically, you can say, a combination of various so many registers, you can say. It's a one way to understand what the register means, because here you will not find this term register like memory. It's a you can find it various times. So primary memory is main memory, or you can say the internal memory, where the primary storage has been done, and all the types of computer memories that are directly accessed by the processor, they are called the primary memory. Now it allows the processor to access whatever needed in a running program, or you can say the currently processed data. They are stored in a particular location in a memory. So the use of memories is mandatory. It's one of the main component of a CPU or a computer system. All right, who are using microprocessor. So we have seen there are two types, RAM and ROM, that stores the programs which are already there for the functioning of the computer, inbuilt within the computer system, or we can say within the CPU. Now these memories are having some capacity, and manufactured by using some ICs or integrated circuits. And integrated circuits are again a semiconductor device. So its speed of data accessing is faster than secondary memory, because if it is slow, then the whole system, the whole functioning of your computer is being slowed down. So secondary memories, they are having speed, but not much speed, because they are just for the storing the data. But functioning of the computer is done by the primary memory. So it is more expensive than the secondary memory. All right. Okay. Now RAM. RAM means random access memory. This is the memory device that is located on the motherboard of the computer. That is the processor. All right, and it is used as a area of the memory where uh, the computer stores the data temporarily, just for its work. So RAM is volatile. Volatile means when you switch off the computer, this memory will go. Like it is just a temporarily storage, which means that the content of the memory can be erased when electricity is removed from it. So, but you can both read and write to RAM. So DRAM is dynamic random access memory. Dynamic random access memory means every cell consists of one bit of information only. So a cell composed of a transistor and a capacitor. Transistor is switching device on and off, and capacitor, it just temporarily stores that information, whatever the switching as the switching of the processor is done, or the memory is done, like whatever information, whatever the switching processing is delivered, it is temporarily stored in a component which is called capacitor. Now this capacitor and transistor are extremely small in size. In a small IC, there are thousands of, you can say, transistors and capacitors. Now, more compact, or if the number of transistors and capacitors are increased in a simple small chip, more faster your system is. Okay, the more faster the functioning of your computer is. And the capacitor, needs to be continuous refreshed to, retain the information. Otherwise, if uh, this electricity or power is switched off, or by any uh, way, in any reason, if it is switched off, then it loses its information. So that's why they are called volatile memory. RAM memories are volatile memories. Now, static RAM means the static random access memory. This part of RAM stores static data in a memory, which remains active until there is a power supply, and same sized SRAM chip holds less that data than the DRAM. DRAM holds more data, and SRAM holds less data. And when you shut down, then only uh, this thing is, it loses its data. Now, there is some difference between the two. SRAM made of 6 transistors, so its capacity is larger. And this DRAM is made of 1 capacitor and 1 transistor. So because it is having more component, more transistors, so it is expensive, and then DRAM. All right. But because it is having more switching device, more number of transistors, so it is faster. So it is more transistors, more expensive, faster as compared to dynamic RAM. And it doesn't need any refreshment after some period. All right. And this DRAM needs periodic refreshment to maintain the data. If the supply or a power is switched off for some seconds or more, then its data will be removed, or you can say vanishes or erased. Now, this SRAM, it is used as a cache memory. Cache memory is, some more switching devices in addition to the normal one. And this is just to make this memory more faster. All right. And DRAM means RAM is used as a cache memory, and RAM is the main memory. All right, DRAM more correctly, you can say DRAM is the main memory, and SRAM is cache memory. Now, data is stored as long as power is there, and DRAM, it is deleted after shutdown. Now, ROM. ROM is read-only memory. Generally, ROM is called non-volatile. Non-volatile means the content here, it is like permanent sort of. You cannot change. Only you can read. Read means the instructions needed by the computer. They are the processor can, take assistance of this memory by using certain a set of instructions, but the user cannot change it, right? So more like a permanent storage, you can say, for the information. Now, it also stores the bootstrap loader program. Whenever you open or you switch on the computer, first this set of instructions which are used by the CPU, whenever you switch on the computer, it is from the ROM. All right, so it contains the bootstrap loader program to load and to start the operating system when computer is turned on. So as you have seen, when you open your computer or laptop, the first thing you see, whatever logo or date or time or whatever your settings you have there on the, your screen, it comes like name of the company. And because the company that made the computer, that company program it in a room so that as soon as the computer is open, their brand logo or name, it is displayed. All right. So we have seen three types: PROM, EPROM, and EEPROM. That is the programmable ROM, erasable programmable ROM, and electrically erasable programmable ROM. So this PROM stands for programmable read-only memory. It is different from the true ROM in that while this ROM is programmed, or some set of instructions are written on it during the manufacturing process of a particular system, then this pre-ROM is manufactured in empty state and then programmed later using the PROM programmer. So there is uh, a slot, you can say. So you can program it, but not every user can do this. All right. So only they are programmed by some specialist. So that's why it is called programmable read-only memory. EPROM, it is stands for erasable programmable read-only memory. Some program, you have programmed some ROM, and then you want to erase it and then reprogram it. So data stored in EPROM can be erased and can be uh, reprogrammed, you can say. So erasing an EPROM involving removing it from the computer, and then it is exposed to some radiation, generally ultraviolet light, UV rays, and then they are programmed again. And there is EEPROM. EEPROM means here in EPROM, some radiations are used to erase some set of information, and in EEROM, electrically they are erased. So electrically erasable programmable read-only memory. So EEPROM, memory chip has this feature that you can easily erase the data of this EEPROM memory chip and program new data easily. Now, so erasing this EEP data is easier to as compared to EPROM, because no need of to take out the device, because it is electrically done. All right. And if you this ROM is EP, then you have to take out and expose this to some radiation, because within the computer there is no um, some radiations cannot be uh, focused on particular chip. So to delete this data in EPROM, this no need to no in EPROM you have to take out from the device, and here in EEPROM this electrical power is used to erase the data, and it needs not even a second, it's just a few milliseconds you can erase the data, and as per your need you can program it again. Then secondary memory, or storage, or you can say auxiliary memory. This is a type of memory that has larger storage capacity. You can increase the capacity of your system as per your requirement. If you purchase some system, it is having some memory in some, you can say GPPS or whatever. So you want to increase as per your need in future. So you can use some external memory, all right, secondary memory, which we call, or auxiliary memory, because it's not a part of your system. You are providing it externally to retain your data, permanently. So until you want to erase it. So it's again a non-volatile nature. It's a sort of permanent nature, unless until some the data will corrupt if it is poorly handled. Otherwise, the data stored in this secondary memory will uh, remain. So, and it doesn't, really, you can say it affects the whether the computer is shut down or it is working or it is functioning, or wherever the computer system is, this data, that memory, it stores your data permanently, whether it's nothing related to, shutting out or in a sleep mode or whatever mode is computer is. One more thing, it is slower than primary memory, all right? Because the functioning of computer doesn't depend upon the secondary memory. It's just for the storage uh, purpose. So CPU cannot access secondary memory directly because neither it needs or you can say for its functioning. All right. So data or application or instructions, whatever stored in it, are first transferred to primary memory. If you want to access some data from the secondary memory, so this is done from the primary memory. That is the meaning of this sentence. The CPU cannot access secondary memory directly. It is through the primary memory. Because whenever you open or switch on your system, the primary memory is the memory from which the set of instructions are taken by the CPU for the proper functioning or processing the data, whatever input you are providing it to. So this primary memory make them the content of secondary memory accessible to the processor, and then you can process your data accordingly. So only primary memory can access the content which are stored in your secondary memory. Now, what is more interesting here is the type of memory is available inside the computer and as an external device that can be connected to the computer as and when required, whether it is a disk. Earlier days, the disks were used. Now hard drives are basically for the large files, or you can say a very important data which you may use in future. So you can because it is costly. So hard disk drive, you can store data. Solid state device, you can drives, you can state SSD, which we call. And optical discs, nowadays they are hardly in use. CDs and DVDs or Blu-ray discs, and so SD cards are currently because its memory is very in gigabytes and all, so many gigabytes you can say, and various types of memory cards we are using. So floppy disks, they are I think they were stopped I think few tens or to 20s year back. I think they were in use. So they are also called, external memory or backup storage or mass storage. If you want, to store your data, which should be remain like your earlier photographs or some videos or some music, which you want safe, which you don't want to be within your computer, because any virus or any file can corrupt your stored data anytime. Nowadays, there are various antivirus programs or softwares are available, but earlier they, some functioning may corrupt those files. So generally, people store their data in some other hard disk drive or some CDs or some DVDs. So the backup storage is also was is always available with you. So no need to worry. Now, how many secondary memory devices are? So they may ask a question related to memory. They'll give so many memories, and they ask which type, which are secondary memories. you can say, or which are primary memories. So you should remember the various types of memories in that perspective. So hard disk or hard disk drive, they are a fixed storage device, and it is commonly there in the computer or laptop or various servers. So this is electromechanical data storage device, because here it is seen one pointer is there, and there is a disk type of thing where the data is stored or read out. You can say by running of this disk um, under this pointer. So pointer reads the data one by one. So all mechanical devices is there. There is a movement of the device. You can see the components of the hard disk drive. So it is electromechanical in nature, and this magnetic storage, contains several rotating patterns, which you can access one by one, because it is having the magnetic material coating, and whenever the contact is made, the information is sent to the processor, because this pointer is having the magnetic heads. You can say that pointer or other arm or actuator arm. So that reads and write data also on this flat surface. So fixed hard drive is placed, into the drive unit present on the computer's motherboard, and there are various storage capacities. So as per your need, you can purchase maybe like up to 1 TB terabytes, all right, GB gigabytes. So up to 2 TB or maybe more. So as your data, as your need is, as your requirement is, you can purchase it. Now floppy disks, they are looks like this. Nothing can be seen, only a small hole here, and all the things is covered, all right, by some plastic material, and in between it, it's a magnetic disc, you can say, or a magnetic coating material was there. It's very thin and flexible, and there are slot, in earlier not in laptops, but on desktop, there are slots to insert these floppy disk drive, or you can say disk drive was there, so you can insert this floppy disk into the computer system, and this is again the function is same, to store and the transfer data from computer to the disk, or from the disk to the computer. But its storage capacity is very very less, up to few MBs. So they are obsolete, but you should remember, you should know what it is, how it looks like. Then SSDs are solid state drives. Solid state drives, they are again semiconductor based devices, and it is the alternative for hard disk drive, because hard disk drive are somewhat heavy, and their speed is less, uh, because it contains that electromechanical movement in it. So this SSD, because it is semiconductor based means, semiconductor devices means transistor, diode, various gates. So they are faster, much faster. So that's why the system which we use SSDs, they make it faster, more fast running of your programs or functioning. So because of their speed and compact nature, they are small size. Hard disk drive are there like palm size, or maybe earlier they are very large in size. But nowadays palm type size you can get hard disk drive, but they are very small as compared to like few inches, 1 or 2 inches size you can get as SSD. and their speed is fast, their capacity is larger. So that's why they are in use, but they are costly at the same time. So as per your need, as per your requirement, you can purchase the external, or you can say the secondary memory devices. And both operations can be done, right? Read and write, they can be performed easily. Now, optical discs, again, they are obsolete. Optical discs are, again, a disk, and they are, electronic data can be stored and take out by using the laser light, or you can say the EM waves, electromagnetic waves, to read and write the data. Examples are CDs and DVDs or Blu-ray discs are the common types. They look like this. Okay. Compact disc, optical device, and all the same thing. They are having various sectors, and they need a laser beam to read and write the information. Their capacity is up to 700 MB. And there are CD which are called CDR, that is the CD read only, or CDRW, that means you can read and you can write as well. All right, you can overwrite the information which are there, or you can say save the music over one music. If you don't want that, you can again put another music on the disk. But depends on which type of CD you are having, whether it is CDR or CDRW, read and write both. Then DVD is digital versatile disc or digital video disc. Sometimes they ask in a column wise, match the column. They'll give you, some memories, and then the types of examples of the memories, and they uh, ask to match. Now, this DVDs are having larger storage, but not that much as SSDs, 4.7 GB. Generally, it is used, for storing movies or video recordings or other multimedia files, maybe in 2 dimensions only. Okay, so they are of 12 centimeter by 8 centimeter. So again, they are of read type or read and write, both ways. You can read and you can write. So both types are available. Now, Blu-ray discs are similar to CDs and DVDs, but their capacity is much more as compared to CDs and DVDs. High capacity optical storage medium. So it holds data up to 25 GB. So again, they were earlier, the people used it for recording, rewriting, and playing high definition videos. So it needs blue violet laser. It is made. It is coated by a blue color, and blue violet laser is used to store more information. That's why it is called Blu-ray disc. Then memory cards. Memory cards again a small portable storage device which you can digitally your information can be used, and it is commonly used in your cameras, in your mobile phones, smartphones, and some systems where some game consoles, just for playing the games. You need more information or more storage. Uh, so in that uh, thing, in those devices, you can use memory cards. So again, it is for the storage of video, audio, some files, some documents, some PDFs, and their capacities is like up to 8 GB to 128 GB, quite good enough. And then magnetic tapes. Magnetic tapes again, long, narrow plastic polyester film or magnetic coating. and data backup and archival storage. So for that they are, you can use this, but nowadays they are hardly in use. So cache memory, just see here, it is a small sized memory or a chip based memory in a computer within the main memory and the CPU. Main memory is your ROM, all right, and CPU. So in between ROM and this CPU, there is a small chip, or you can say a small unit, which is called cache memory. It is close to the chip of CPU. The aim is just to make the functioning of the computer faster by enhancing the performance of CPU. So it is a high performance and temporarily type of memory that reduces the access time of data from main memory. That is the main purpose. So every instruction and data that is often used by CPU, it is stored within the cache memory for a while. So they are of three types. I don't think you have to go into so much into detail. L1, L2, L3. But just remember, this is in between CPU and main memory. Main memory is, we considered it as a, ROM. Okay. So this is the hierarchy. This is important, you can say, slide or thing. You should just fix this diagram into your brain, into your memory. Right? So, because sometimes they ask questions about the speed, they will give, some of the like memories, name of the memories, and then in the choice they ask how the memory, the speed is. They'll give you, the options in a ascending order, descending order, or whatever order in matched up, and you have to match. You have to choose the most correct one. So, as per you have seen here, there are given the various memories. Offline storage, that means the external storage, then hard disk, then RAM, then cache, and then CPU registers. All right. So, how the speed goes? The slower the secondary memory. We have just seen that the external memory or the secondary memory, they are the slowest as compared to the inbuilt memories. Then hard disk, which is inbuilt, uh, one disk, one memory is there in your computer system, so that is faster. Then RAM, all right, then cache memory, and then the CPU unit. CPU unit again made of various registers, just to keep and to functioning of the data. So very slow, fast, very fast, and extremely fast. So registers are extremely fast units in a memory. All right, and if you compare the size, the secondary memories, they are largest in size. Okay, sometimes they are huge as compared to, few, uh, you can say, millimeters, or very small. You um, difficult to figure out sometimes in a chip where the memory is. So as compared to those memories, they are potentially huge. And hard disk, or that hard disk drive, they are larger. And RAM, it is large as compared to registers. And cache memory is small, small as compared to RAM, but as compared to CPU, they are having some bigger size. So least, you can say, or very small in size are registers, and um, large size, you can say, the external memories. Now, as compared to cost, the registers, which are very fine, very small, they are very, very expensive. All right. And the external, as compared to the RAM and hard disk or cache memories, these external storage devices or the secondary storage devices, they are cheaper. So just remember this diagram. It is very, very useful and important as well. I think time is over for today. Everything you understand properly, everyone?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. So this is important. Please